And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Second verse, Mars.
No
second
verse. No second verse.
Thank
goodness the show wasn't going that whole time, so people wouldn't have to hear that. Not that it doesn't sound good, but we just don't want to hear it.
And there's no one there to raise them.
Can I ask a question?
If you did. Yeah, I just had to get through that part.
You're probably that song had me. Stop. I'm done with Rocket Man. All right?
Rocket Man's not done with you, though, brother. That's what you got to recognize first and foremost. You'll never be free if you don't realize that.
That was a genuine
You'll
stop.
never be free.
That was like, it feels like I have, not to get too early into the Harry Potter talk, but I had a Horcrux on in that moment. Like, I fucking stopped.
Oh,
like,
yeah, no, there was a wall of power.
But I was thinking about that song because I walked in singing it, and the reason that I was singing it was, and that you started singing it, was because I was trying to figure out what the words, Rocket Man, like, that is a song that's obviously very famous. Mm-hmm. I've probably heard it 3 billion times in my life.
Yeah.
And all I can get out of it is Rocket Man. And I was thinking to myself, like, I wonder what the most famous songs are that people like don't actually know the words to, that they just to.
I feel like there's that part in Love Shack where it goes, I mean, I know what it says now. What?
That part?
Do it again.
No, you go first.
No, because we're talking about the song Love Shack by the B-52s.
Like, yeah, it's like I don't know what part it is, but it's in between, like the when he's like hugging
and a kissing, we're next to nothing. Yeah. Everybody's moving. Everybody's. I was talking about the part that's like tin roof rusted. Oh, geez, Emily's picking up her mic. What do you got? I mean, I know that those.
I'm just having it so I can hold it.
Oh.
That's all.
No, she wanted to start
she's
sharing
got
Love
something
Shack.
to say. Don't hide it.
It's we're next to nothing because it's hot as an oven.
Yeah. Oh, see the oven part.
Yeah.
That I did not know.
I don't know what she says at the little breakdown.
She does say tin. She says tin roof rusted, and I know that's what she says. I don't know what that means. I saw a video about like what it means at some point, but I don't know.
Rusty roof.
Tin roof rusted.
What part is that? Yeah. Dude, this is a great dance move. What's this one called?
The monkey.
Is it really?
Yeah. Well, actually, the monkey, you might have to have your arms straight. I like that's the one that's pretty monkey-esque.
You know this one? Like it's a little bit more fluid than.
I feel like that's all kind of the. I feel like, because do you remember that guy, that Johnny Bravo?
Is that 70s or 80s? What era is that dance move?
Fucking 40s, probably.
No. That's like. Dude, I don't know, but I like that one a lot. No, but see, you're doing too much.
I am doing this.
You're rigid.
I'm walking. I'm walking 500 miles and walking 500 more.
I don't know. Maybe I just don't know the lyrics to songs. Like there's so many songs. You know what? I call those like wedding songs. Wedding songs. I know 30% of the lyrics, I bet, but I get 100% of the way there.
Right.
Like every time. You
Even
know
like
what I mean?
Dancing Queen, I feel like there's parts that people don't know necessarily. Like there's that part. What is it? They say somebody's name. It's
like I don't even know the words to the part I just sang.
The chorus?
You can dance, you can
can
die.
jive.
I don't know. Having the time of your life.
Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. But it's there's a part where they say somebody's name. It's like Luther something. 17 only 17.
I don't know.
Dancing Queen.
But I get it every time.
17 only 17. But speaking of, P. Diddy just got arrested.
Yeah.
But did you see what they seized from his house?
A lot of lube, right? Or cooking oil.
Over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube.
Yeah.
They seized it the way that they seize like bricks
Drugs.
of cocaine and guns.
They all took a picture next to it. Like, You know, when they get like a lot of drugs or a lot
Yeah,
of cash
yeah, yeah.
and they take the picture.
See,
and they lube each other up first too.
somehow the picture of them with the lube is so much worse than any picture with drugs and.
Because like know that there's people out there that have 1,000 pounds of drugs or whatever. There really shouldn't be anyone out there that has 1,000 containers of baby oil.
No way. I mean, that's the craziest evidence I think that's ever been seized. Because that's also like, you know, when you find drugs and like guns on somebody, it's like it's so clear cut. But the baby oil and the lube is like, it's like,
I made same kind of
because
context here.
I'm sorry if I just finished that thought, because you know what they're using the drugs and guns for, but you have to imagine what they're using the baby oil. That's what makes it worse.
Freak offs.
Freak off.
That's what he said. That's what he said. I'm not even making that up. I swear to God.
No,
look it up.
no,
it was literally in the report.
I'm not looking up freak off, man. I'm not looking up P. Diddy freak off.
I know. I wouldn't look it up either, but that's what was like. That's what they said it was used for.
I believe it, but
because like it was
so
like
funny.
he was like had prostitutes.
Yeah.
Something.
So he had a freak off.
They were having freak offs. That's what he was doing.
It's just like, you know what? It's just guys having freak offs.
I don't know.
It's just people having freak offs.
I don't know.
Whatever,
people don't just have freak offs.
Just people having freak offs.
Nobody's
okay?
just having freak offs.
Officer, it was a freak off. Your
Dirty
Honor.
Mike and the boys,
Your Honor.
maybe.
Your Honor, we were just having a freak off.
I will have sex in your Prius again.
Classic.
I in the same kind of realm, I made such a good Shannon Sharp joke the other day, but I was with two people, and one of them I knew would know exactly what I was talking about. The other one, like, not as big of a general sports person, like, probably didn't know who Shannon Sharp is. And you saw what happened with Shannon Sharp?
No, recently?
Yeah,
I didn't.
You didn't see this? He
something go down on Club Shay Shay?
He accidentally went. That's what people call him.
Yeah.
Accidentally went Instagram live while he was fornicating with a woman.
Yeah.
But like, he was like I guess he didn't. I don't know how you accidentally go Instagram live. He's an old person. Like there was a lot of.
I guess.
But like you have to click like you want to go live and stuff. Like there's, but it wasn't like the camera showing him. It was just like the ceiling, so you could just like hear the fornication occurring, and like his phone kept ringing, and like he didn't know why, and finally like he looked, and they were like, "Yo, dude, like you're Instagram live right now."
That's hilarious. Getting the call from Skip Bayless.
Yeah, and yeah, I made it, but I don't know what I don't remember what the joke was, but I was like, I said it out loud, and then I was like, I hope that hit the right ears, because I was sitting next to one guy, and the other guy, I was golfing. The other guy was like not in the cart, and he did hear it and appreciated it, and then I had to explain that same story.
Sure.
I guess it was just a lot of like grunting and some barking.
Like woof woof?
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't people obviously were like screen recording it. It's public.
Oh, of course.
But I personally didn't go look up Unk doing the dirty.
That's
doing
hilarious.
The dirty deed.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, hey, you never know. It sounds like it's tough to do, but it is what it is. You know, we stand with Unk.
I like the shirt. I like that T-shirt.
Matthew, don't make me blush. Calvin Klein knows my body like no other person. This is a Calvin Klein T-shirt.
Do they use bags of milk as their mannequins when they're fitting their clothes? Or
oh my God! Fuck off, dude. Yeah, I got that bag of milk body type. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what they call.
I got that 2% vitamin D. If you know what I mean.
Hey, listen, we're cut from the same cloth, brother.
Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, maybe they do. I don't know what they've got.
It's a nice shirt. It looks like a nice material.
It's super.
Have you washed
top
it yet?
quality. Oh, I wash it constantly.
Did you dry it?
Yeah.
How does it dry? Did it shrink a little bit after the first go?
I don't think so. It feels really.
No,
good.
it's a good looking fit.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking. It's tough to find a good T-shirt, and you're not a black T-shirt's a powerful weapon.
I've got 3 black T-shirts. Now.
Solid blacks.
Yeah.
Solid black because you could be
my look.
You could be important in a black T-shirt. People
That's
don't
right.
know. It could say security on the back. It could just be a black T-shirt. Could be a guy wearing a black T-shirt. Black T-shirt's a powerful look. I don't wear black very often because I'm very fair skinned. But it's working for you right now.
It is what it is. Thank you.
Like,
trained my whole life.
Here's why I don't wear black. I don't like to wear black shoes.
Careful now.
I don't like to wear black
Emily,
shoes.
just isolate a little bit of that
Yeah.
for me for later, just in case. I think it'll come in handy.
Dress shoes. I hate wearing black dress shoes. I don't own a single pair of black sneakers or anything like that. I don't like black shoes. It's the way that they look on my feet. So because of that, I don't really wear black.
That's weird.
I'll wear. Yeah.
You don't like
I
the
think
way
I have
they
one
look
black
on your
hoodie.
feet?
Yeah, I don't like black shoes.
Are you like, where are they?
No.
It's just my shadow.
No. It's just something about the look. You know, they say black clothes is slimming, but then they also say like black cleats. Like a lot of people wear white cleats because white cleats make you look faster. Like you look fast in white cleats. If the only people that wear black cleats are like really, really fast because they know they don't need white cleats to look fast.
Damn.
That's how the NFL.
That's kind of
works.
how I am with this T-shirt, right? I know I'm fast. I know I'm.
And maybe that's why. Maybe I'm self-conscious about how fast I am.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us, dude.
I haven't got asked to race anybody in a while, but I'll tell you what, I would dust somebody. Here's the thing. I have a few prime years left of like, you want to race, let's go, before I have to worry about like a hamstring tear, Achilles type issue just in a regular like 40-yard dash.
Yeah, right.
Because there's nothing I like more than having a few beers and being like, dude, we should run the 40-yard dash.
Let's race.
I love running the 40-yard dash. It's my favorite thing. There's some guys that I work with, and back in the day, whenever they would have like big lunches, like if there was like an event at the office or whatever, and they would order pizza, after they would all like put down like 4 or 5 slices of pizza, they would run the 40-yard dash like in the back parking lot, like intentionally very full.
Yeah,
in the middle of the workday. But no, I got a thing for the 40-yard dash, but I've never actually ran a 40-yard dash. Like my last 40-yard dash I ran clocked a 3.7.
Is that good?
That is like that might be the fastest time ever. Which is how I know I'm not measuring 40 yards correctly, but
welcome to my world, baby. If I had to guess what 40 yards was, I bet I could do that. I bet I could.
Well, I would walk it out, but like I need to run an actual. I need to be, dude. Can we set that up? Can I run a real 40-yard dash?
Absolutely.
I need to know.
We'll do it in the parking lot, even.
Yeah, but no. See, you can't do it on. I don't want to slip. It's either got to be in grass and I got to have cleats. It's gonna be like a track, and then I can wear sneakers.
Okay.
But I want to run a true 40-yard dash. See how fast I am.
Yeah, we do.
Because I only got a few years left to set a good time.
I've been thinking about that a lot myself lately. Just like my racing days, how fast am I really? Because I was always a pretty fast young man. Even though I, wasn't the most athletic guy, I knew I could run with the stallions. That was like a move I could always pull out of my back pocket if I needed to.
I don't know that I've ever seen you run. What's your stride? You got a good stride?
Back in the day, I might not be as good as I once was, but back in the day, you ever see Seabiscuit? He modeled his stride after me. It was stuff like that. Folks, you're busy, all right? Especially now, it's that back to school time, baby. All right, you're hanging out, you're getting things done. You don't necessarily have time to go to the grocery store, all right? And why would you want to anyway? That place is terrible. I hate going in there. It's crazy to me how nobody just looks anyone in the eye. Everybody's getting in each other's way. It's strange. I think it's something primal in us because, now that we have grocery stores, at least in America, we're lucky enough. There's pretty much enough food in these places for everybody. But when you go in there, there's still that mentality of like, I got to get the goddamn Chex Mix before you do. I think that's a little something in there. Okay, but you don't have to be a slave to your primal urges when you use Instacart. That is word for word what they wanted me to say. Because when you use Instacart, you can get not just groceries, but some of your favorite products from some of your favorite local stores delivered right to your front door in as little as 1 hour. But the best part is right now, 2 in the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $10 or more. All you have to do to get that deal is hit the link in this episode description. Start making things easier on yourself and start using Instacart today. Folks, if you'd like to do something that helps support the show, but really is something nice for yourself, you can check out all the great merch that we have got over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. Hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, bucket hats, slides, fanny packs, notebooks, pint glasses, mugs, t-shirts. I doubled up on a couple of those because they're quality, and that's what I'm trying to get across to you. But don't take my word for it. Go ahead and check that out. Hit the link in this episode description or see for yourself over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. And if you're interested And if you're interested in advertising with us, you can email the show at snackspotsports@gmail.com for details on how you can start reaching thousands of listeners in the Buffalo area and beyond. 10%. 10%. That's how much podcast ads have grown in the last year, which is that's a large number. It sounds small, but you know how it is in the old business world. That's they take a small percentage and they're like, holy shit, that's a real deal, because it's 10%, but we're talking about millions of bucks, okay? And you can see that when you see companies like McDonald's or State Farm and things like that doing their ads on podcasting, and it's crazy. It's cool to see, companies of that size that do their ads on the Super Bowl and stuff like that. It's cool to see them moving into the podcast space, but it doesn't really leave any room for smaller or even local businesses to get in on the action. But that's what we are here for. That's what we're all about. So, again, if you're interested in learning more about all the benefits to podcast advertising, reach out to us. Hit us up at snackspotsports@gmail.com.
Yeah, when I was in 6th grade, I ran a 6-minute mile. I think that's...
Oh, that's pretty good. That's especially as a 6th grader, what a sense of pride that is.
Oh, my God.
That's huge.
Leaking sweat walking into English class.
Yep.
Ohio State Nike Dry Fit on. You remember the Ohio State Nike Dry Fit?
I can smell it if I close my eyes.
Smell it.
Every piece of clothing you had at that point in your life smelled bad.
No, it did not. I've always smelled good.
Brother, you were nose blind. You were Febreze nose blind.
I've always smelled good. I care about my scent.
Dude, that is like somebody saying to me that, like, we are living on Pluto. Like, that's just so far from reality that there's no way we can have a discussion. You think in 6th grade I
was going out public smelling like dog?
Talking. I was right in the middle of a sentence.
Yeah, but your sentence
making
is
an
not
analogy.
Factual.
No.
You think in 6th grade I was walking around smelling like poop?
Brother, not poop, just, bad person smell.
No, I don't
like
think so.
BO.
I didn't have BO in 6th grade.
Well, something smelled, and it was coming from you. And all your clothes smelled like it, and your room smelled like it. It doesn't matter if you disagree, man. It's the truth.
I don't think that's true.
Again, we're just our realities are just too far removed from one another that we can't. There's no way we're gonna meet on this. Who are you calling?
I'm calling our source. They might not. Source might not answer.
I mean, after 2 rings, it could be bad. If you got a bad
called
source,
the wrong source.
You shouldn't have called that source.
But this was the most honest source I could think of. There's actually another. I'll explain in a second.
Okay.
I don't think the source is gonna.
You want to call source 2?
No.
Okay.
Because I don't want to give source 2 the satisfaction of being on a podcast.
Gotcha. Yeah, we'd never get them off.
Different. I think we're thinking of different sources.
Okay.
Yeah. Source one was our father.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And source 2
would have been our mother.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. No, I love you, Mom, but I can't. Because then she would have been like telling her friends, like, I was on the podcast, and I don't want anything.
I was
to do
telling
with
my
that.
son how bad he smelled. Remember how bad Matthew smelled? She'd be talking to Debbie and one of the 19 Tinas and one of the 30 Tishes and one of the 70 Patties. There's only, dude, it's so funny that, like, the LaSalle, Buffalo area, there were 3 names. There were 3 names for, like, girl children. Teresa, Patty, Teresa, and Tina. That was it.
Yeah. If you didn't fall in that category, you were exiled instantly.
Yeah, you were done, obviously. Yeah. You weren't allowed to be around, man. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, you smelled. But
I didn't smell.
You did smell.
I really don't think I did.
Yeah, I know you don't. Which is...
In 6th grade, you think I smelled?
Matthew, I was there. I saw it. I smelled it. with
No,
my
you
own
didn't.
nostrils. Don't tell me that, man. I was there. Googling, did I smell in 6th grade? I don't think Google knows the answer. And even does, it might lie to you.
I
Ask
could
your,
not
ask your
disagree
Snapchat
more
AI.
that I smell.
Ask your Snapchat
Like when
AI.
Okay. In what setting? Was I going to school smelling? Not a chance. There's no chance I smelled bad in school in 6th grade.
You just smelled bad, dude.
I disagree.
It's not like it's not like you know what, I understand why you're getting upset at me actually now. I apologize because it's not like it's not like it's not like super foul or anything. It's just like you just smelled like, you know, your body was changing.
I don't agree with that.
Because your body still hasn't changed?
No.
Oh. Well, it'll happen someday for you, Matthew. Everybody's moving. Everybody's grooving.
Not until you admit that I did not smell.
Okay, you didn't smell.
See,
It's just all your clothes would smell after touching your body. And rooms that you were in for extended periods of time would have a lingering scent in them. But you did not smell. It was just the space around you. Matthew.
Yeah,
Okay, first of all, don't do that because you're messing up probably 3 parts of that rig right now. The cord.
Yeah. And what's up, pussy?
Don't do it.
Guess what? You smelled like shit too.
Yeah, I guess I did. But you know what? At least I can admit it. And I didn't smell as bad. Stop fucking with that
I'm
thing.
trying to get it back on right.
Thank you. Well, we said everything we had to say about Diddy. I guess that's all we got.
You smelled like up dog.
That's stupid. But it does remind me that, did you see the Australian version of The Office is coming out?
No.
Coming out with the Australian version of The Office. They just did
No, I did see this. Female Michael Scott.
Female Michael Scott.
Yeah, a lot of buzz about it.
Female Dwight, too.
Female
Dwight looks funny.
I saw a thing that there was like a... I see a couple things. I'm going to preface what I'm about to say with a couple things. One, I love America. America is the greatest country in the world.
Yep.
I stand by that statement.
Yeah.
But
not without its
there's
problems.
a conglomerate of people on the internet that I think are like mad at Australia. Like, hey, you can't steal our office.
No.
Yes.
No.
Not realizing that we legitimately stole the office.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen much about it, but they were talking about it on the Yak today. Or maybe it was yesterday. And that conversation came up. I didn't know this, though, actually, that the pilot episode of The Office US is cut shot for shot an exact replica of the pilot episode from The Office UK.
No way.
Yeah.
Like same lines and stuff? Same script?
I don't know about script, but visually, apparently it's shot for shot.
That's
so
kinda
maybe
cool.
they changed the way they talk, bruv.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little less wanker talk, a little more, I don't know.
Have
What
you,
are Americans known for?
No, wanking is right. Have you watched Ted Lasso? Did you watch that show?
So I watched season 1,
Oh, okay.
and then I was on a Delta flight one time, and Delta has Apple TV, and I watched the first 4 or 5 episodes of season 2. Would have loved to continue it, but there's 3 seasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't watched it because I don't have Apple TV. But dude, there's some Ted Lasso clips on the internet that almost bring me to tears every time.
With laughter?
No,
Sadness?
with
Almost bring you to tears. Nice save, because last week, obviously, you were saying
That's
how
why I
you
said
never
almost.
cry. But I don't know.
with, like-
Ted Lasso.
they're moving.
Yeah, they are moving.
He gives a lot of moving speeches. He's got a lot of he brings out the good in people. I
Yeah.
love the dart scene. Like every time I see the dart, dude, I'll watch that scene over and over
That
again.
was
Barbecue
really
sauce.
cool.
Bang.
Barbecue sauce.
Are you're a Ted Lasso guy? Be curious, not judgmental.
Yeah.
Ted Lasso, shout out. I try to live by that. Unfortunately, I judge a lot of people. I'm always judging.
You know,
I try to be curious. Like I try to ask myself, why does that person look like that? But that, in turn, I guess, is me judging them. So
I'm curious and judgmental. Like, I want to know how you got to be like this, but I'm still gonna. No answer you give me will suffice. I'll still judge you for it. I think it's possible because that's it. It's possible to. I think Ted Lasso would agree with me that as being a person, it's possible to have contain multitudes.
Anyway, Ted Lasso, you brought it up. What do you got on it?
I don't remember. I don't know. I think I feel like I had a point. But I have been watching it. I'm on season 3 now. It's like my wife's favorite show.
She's watched it before?
Yeah, she's watched the whole thing, so she's showing it to me now. And I do like it. Did you see the episode? Maybe not, because maybe it's later. It is later in season 2, I think, where the Coach Beard does it's an episode all about him. No, you'd probably remember.
Wait a minute. I remember an episode where he talks about his problems, he was in jail.
Oh, I have no idea. So we're talking about different stuff, but I do like all the characters. But it's just one of those things. I like the jokes are so funny, and then the emotional stuff sometimes I don't know.
I like the cast too, because I think you come to like everybody.
So good.
I like what's the woman's name?
The
boss man.
Rebecca?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's good.
Yeah.
I like the guy, the diva guy.
Yeah, Jamie Tart.
Jamie Tart and his
kid grows on me.
Ex-girlfriend who dates who's the mean guy now?
Roy Kent.
I
love Roy Kent.
Yeah, me too. And I like that girl too.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
I feel like she's been in other things because I know her. That I don't know what it is. Oh, there's the...
When they run the play, the fake play where Jamie Tart runs across the field and he's calling for the ball. I think it's in season 1.
I don't remember that.
Google.
No.
All right, I'm going to Google it.
Well, why don't you Google it on here, but it's going to take me forever to find it.
Did I smell in 6th grade? No, only your hockey stuff.
Okay. Whatever. But the funniest character in maybe all of television history is Danny Roja, the guy who yells his own name and says football is life.
Yeah.
That guy, I don't know what a spin-off of him would be like.
Okay,
but I would watch it. I'm sorry I brought up Ted Lasso, though, because I really have no idea what my point was there, but it's a pretty good show. And I love that Jason Sudeikis, dude. Because he was from that era of Saturday Night Live that is just the best.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Did you not see this yet? Am I spoiling?
No, I definitely watched it. Oh, wait. Maybe I didn't.
Am I spoiling?
Yeah, this might be a spoiler. Might not be. Oh, yeah, it's a spoiler. Spoiler for me. You spoiled it. Well, guess I don't have to watch the rest of the Ted Lasso.
Wait, that wasn't even the clip I was looking for either.
God damn it, Matthew.
I spoiled it. My bad.
That's all right, I guess. It did accidentally reveal a huge plot point to me, though.
Which was?
I can't say because it might spoil something for you that you haven't seen yet.
I'm not going to watch it.
Well, I still don't want to spoil it for other people. God damn, son.
Shout out to Adriano Medici. He just called me at 1 rang, and then he hung up himself and then texted me and said, podcasting, ? Guy knows.
That's
guy
nice.
knows. Yeah.
Man, okay, the time's flying by. A couple things real quick. I saw this thing today. It says that there's a big asteroid coming around, and it's going to give us basically a second moon for a little while. It's coming into orbit.
I don't like that.
On the 29th.
I'm out on that.
A second moon?
Yes.
That's crazy.
We don't
need one of those.
No.
2 moons?
Is that going to be fucking with my tides?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. It might be too small to actually mess with the tides.
Then why is it going to look
then
like
why
a
is it
second
called a moon? I don't know. You know what? I might have just gotten scammed on that one. They might have been
do some research. I'll do some research.
I'm just Googling second moon.
No.
Second moon. Shining so
gonna
bright.
Google asteroid.
Boom. Time magazine, 1 hour ago. Earth is temporarily getting a second moon. Guys, it's a reboot, baby. What the fuck?
2-minute read. See if I can read it in 2 minutes. Starting the next week, the moon, the Earth's closest celestial body, will be joined by a new neighbor, a second moon. From September 29th to November 25th, astronomers calculate that 2024 PT5, which is what scientists think is an asteroid but have dubbed a mini-moon, will be looping around Earth. It will eventually break free of the planet's gravitational orbit.
You know what? I can't wait to see it and go, that's no moon. You know what that's from?
No.
Star Wars.
Well, sadly, at just about 10 meters, mini moon will be extremely hard to see from Earth.
That's not a moon. Not a moon, then. You got to be able to see a moon. Sorry. Hate to break it to you.
That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
Hate to break it to you. See, this is what I'm dealing with, Matthew, when I'm going through my Instagram.
It's not a moon.
Stuff. It's not a moon, dude.
10 meters? That's nothing. We're not even going to be able to see it at all. What's a meter? A meter's kind of like a yard? So that's like 30 feet.
A meter's a British yard. Yeah.
That's like 30 feet.
Yeah.
That would be like...
Go ahead.
2 of this room.
There we go.
No. 1.5 of this room.
If you had to...
Barely. Not even 1.5 of this room. It's not a very big room.
This question might go nowhere, and it might not make any sense.
I think it looks bigger on camera.
But we got to call... Oh, it always does, dude.
This room, I mean.
Oh.
Okay, we got to call?
If you had to call what do you call it? It's not a moon, but what do you want to call it? They probably have a name for stuff like that. Yeah, what would you call it?
It's a fucking asteroid.
It's a fucking asteroid. I know what to tell ya.
It's literally called an asteroid.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But if it's orbiting, if there's an orbit situation.
Well, it's just doing a little, sounds like it's just doing a little slingshot.
That's cool. That's some cool shit. You got to love a slingshot.
Mm-hmm. Who do they, doesn't somebody slingshot?
Somebody does slingshot.
What's the movie?
I don't know.
Pratt and Lawrence. Pratt and Lawrence.
Passengers.
They slingshot that shit in Passengers, I think.
Nice.
Do they?
Probably. I don't know. I think they slingshot in Apollo 13. In fact, I know they do because I just rewatched that a couple weeks ago, and they definitely slingshot in it.
And
do they slingshot in Passengers? I liked that movie. That's a good movie. That was one of the last.
Yeah, they slingshot.
Nice. You gotta have a slingshot if you're gonna be in a space movie. They should do that in one of the Alien movies. Where we gotta slingshot the spaceship.
I think they.
And it's gonna send the alien out at the same time. I want to watch the new Alien movie, Romulus. I've heard it's excellent.
Nah, I'm good on that.
Have you seen the first Alien?
No, never seen any of them.
You think it's too spooky for you?
No.
Oh, you just don't want to watch it.
Obviously I like sci-fi, but Alien, I don't know. Maybe one day it'll pique my interest. It just is never. I've never seen it. Be like, ooh, I want to watch that. Want to know why? You want to know why?
Yeah.
The Great Movie Ride.
Okay.
The Great Movie Ride is a true piece of history.
Thank you. I didn't know where you were going to go with that. I was about to get mad. I still might.
I don't think they do a great job of depicting Alien. It's just that.
Yeah. Well,
comes out of the ceiling and the girl's hiding behind the tanks or something like that.
Yeah. No, that's pretty much it. No, that's not. It's.
That's
that's
what's in the Great Movie Ride.
Yeah, though. I know. I think you'd like it though. It's really, really good.
Yeah. Although I do like Disney's Magical Chinese Express. What's it called?
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad.
Yeah.
You were close though.
But the building still looks Chinese.
Yeah, because it's like the Mann's Chinese Theater or whatever.
Yeah.
In Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood Studios.
We got to get back to Universal though. We say that all the time.
Yeah.
Eventually we will. Do you want to say anything about Harry Potter?
Yeah, we can touch on Harry Potter. So, where did I leave off last night? I left off, and they're just about to get caught by the Snatchers.
So, Dobby's death is incoming. It's still a good amount away.
Well, so, again, I know how the movie goes, right? So, they disapparate from Zephelius Lovegood's house. What's his name?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. And they quickly start trying to put up their protective charms and their tent. And then the second they put up the tent, they're inside and they hear the voices. There's 7 people outside and they say come out now, blah, blah, blah. And that's how the chapter ends with the voices. But I looked at the first few sentences and I know that that's when Hermione stings Harry in the face so that he can say that he's Vernon Dursley.
Yeah.
But that's where I am right now. It's definitely the creepiest of the books.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a lot of... One thing I really like about the Harry Potter books is that they never stray from Harry's perspective. You know what I mean? Like the whole book, you're in Harry's mind, whereas like they don't give you a look inside the characters, which I like though, because I want to know what's going inside Harry's mind.
Yeah.
But being inside Harry's mind all the time, there is like a built-up anxiety because he's always like thinking this, thinking that. Things are good, things are bad. You're on edge. You're like waiting for, even knowing what happens, you're like waiting for somebody to find them kind of thing. You know what I mean? All bouncing around. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I want to finish it because I'll tell you what, I honestly don't remember, and no spoilies, but I honestly don't remember exactly how it ends. I know they end up back at Hogwarts and they have the big fight and Harry chases Snape around and like that kind of thing. Also, I love the Deathly Hallows storyline part of it, like that whole thing. And then there's only a few other things I remember. Like I remember them smuggling themselves back into Hogwarts through Dumbledore's brother's like house. I don't remember any of the storyline about the Resurrection Stone. I know Harry thinks it's in the snitch, but I think that must be part of it true because I for whatever reason in my mind I remember Snape killing Harry, and obviously he's still alive. So I don't know. I'm excited to finish it because like I've watched a lot of the movies. That's the one movie, like the very last movie that I feel like I haven't rewatched in years, and I bet you that is because like I don't know why that's because, but it works out perfectly for me because now I get to finish the book and like not remember every detail. And again, a lot of the details are different, but yeah, that's all I got on Harry Potter today.
Okay.
Going to a Harry Potter themed shindig in a couple weeks. Somebody I know is throwing a Harry Potter themed shindig.
Really?
Yeah, and you have to RSVP and submit your house. So if you don't know what house you are, take the quiz to find your house.
Did you take the quiz?
I mean, I knew my house, but I did take the quiz, and it confirmed.
What's your deal? Slytherin? Gryffindor?
Come on. You know me.
Yeah.
You see me.
Yeah, I've gotten Gryffindor on those quizzes before, too, every time. But I just don't. I don't know. I don't know how accurate any quiz can be.
You're probably a Ravenclaw.
Fuck yeah, dude. I would love to be a Ravenclaw.
I can see you being a Ravenclaw.
Answering riddles to get inside my common room.
Yeah, I could see you being a Ravenclaw.
The horse's name, the hippogriff's name was Friday. Now that joke is for everybody who is cool. That, sometimes I say things and they're just, sometimes you have ones that are just for you. And that was pure gold. I want to say, first of all, I want to thank everybody involved in this project. And I also want to say you're welcome. And that pretty much sums it up. Speaking of which, the Emmys did just happen. Shogun 118. That's all.
I'm not done yet with this.
Please.
I fucking hate riddles.
You don't like riddles?
I hate riddles, dude, because I hate when people are like say a riddle, and you're like, I don't fucking know, dude, and you sit there and like, come on, dude, you're missing it, and then they try to like emphasize what they're saying, and it's like, I still don't fucking get it, dude.
Stupid.
My brain doesn't comprehend riddles.
I feel like the answer to like every riddle is like clock.
Like,
I feel like most riddles, the answer is clock or time. Some bullshit like that.
Like this is a perfect example. If a red house is made of red bricks and a yellow house is made of yellow bricks, what is a green house made of?
Glass.
That's stupid.
Fuck you, riddle. Damn. You know why? Because Tom Riddle's name is Tom Riddle. And he's Voldemort. Maybe that's got something to do with it. All right, that's a stretch. I should have quit while I was ahead. I should have stopped. We should have ended the episode after the hippogriff thing. What are you looking for?
I'm just looking at
more
stupid
riddles.
Fucking riddles. Like this, I gotta find a new website. But here's one. You see a boat filled with people. It has not sunk, but you don't see a single person on it.
What?
Wait. You see a boat filled with people. It is not sunk, but you don't see a single person on the ship when you look again. Why?
They all got off.
No. And I'm not going to do that thing where I read it again. But I'll tell you the answer. They were all married. It is not sunk, but you don't see a single person on the ship when you look back.
That's funny.
Stupid.
But also, I was right. Maybe they just got off of it. The boat was parked. Or docked. Whatever. I'm not a boatman. Fuck you. Fuck you, Riddle. All right, that's pretty much all it took for me to change my tune on riddles. You looking up more riddles?
Dude, I'm fascinated by riddles because I like looking at them and be like, that's so fucking stupid.
I'm trying to think of the
Ready?
one.
I'm a protector who sits on a bridge. Only one person can see through me while others cannot. What am I?
I don't know.
Sunglasses.
I knew it was going to be
stupid.
That is dumb. I'm trying to remember the one from The Hobbit, which is box without lid or doors or hinges, but golden treasure inside.
I got one. What bats but never hits is near a ball but never throws. Or never thrown.
See, these are the kind of riddles I like.
What bats but never hits is near a ball but never thrown.
Bats but never hits. A bat?
No, it never hits.
Bats don't hit. Bats just fly around, man.
Eyelashes.
That's funny.
No, it's not.
Oh, sorry. My mistake. I liked it. I think we should do a segment where it's just you kind of whispering riddles to yourself like that.
What word starts with E, ends with E, but only holds a single letter?
I. What?
There's only one letter. I's three letters. Starts with E, ends with E, but only holds a single letter.
E?
That's what I would say, but no, that's not the answer. Emily, any guesses?
She knows
Envelope.
Fuck, she's right.
Although I could see how you would think of EYE because it's like there's a letter
single
in the middle.
letter.
Yeah, but it's envelope.
That's a married letter. See, stupid.
Just looking through riddles.
Yep.
This is
And some of these are just dad jokes. Where should you take a sick boat?
The hospital.
Come on. Dig deep on this one. Where should you take a sick boat?
I don't know.
Emily? I don't know. To the doctor. That's just a joke.
Yeah, that's bad.
What do you call a poodle in the summertime?
Gay.
A hot dog. Where are energy criminals kept?
Oh my God. In your ass?
Fuel cells. See, those are funny.
I don't think so.
No, none of that was enjoyable.
All right, let's do the who would win, huh?
Hold me closer, Tony Danza.
Do you know the words to that song?
Watch the headlights on the highway.
Oh, this is one that I do because it's baby darling, she's sublanding. But I don't know. Do you know the words, Emily?
I thought it was lay me down in sheets of linen.
Lay me down in sheets of linen.
Fuck, now we
I'm
gotta.
not positive.
Okay, before we do the who would win, we have to look up Tiny Dancer lyrics.
Watch the headlights on the highway. I think we've done this on the show before.
No.
You would remember?
Yeah. I never forget anything. Blue jean baby.
Wait, scroll up. LA lady. Seamstress for the band.
Pretty eyes.
Marry a music man. Ballerina. You must have seen her. Dancing by your grave.
What? Dancing in the sand.
Dancing in the sand.
It can rhyme, dude. That's a huge clue as it rhymes.
Jesus freaks. Out in the street. I knew that one.
Yeah.
Handing tickets out for God. Didn't know that. Turning back. I don't know.
She just laughs. Boulevard's not that bad.
Piano man. He
Piano
makes
man.
a stand in the auditorium.
Yeah, that stuff I know. Oh, how it feels lying here. We're doing. See, okay, so all that I know. Hold me closer, tiny day. Yeah, lay me down in sheets of linen.
You had a busy day today.
Yeah, I would have just skipped right from highway to busy day today. Yeah. Lay me down in sheets of linen. I don't like that as much as whatever whatever made up words I was saying.
Tony Danza, count the headlights on the highway.
Baby darling, she's so landed.
All right.
You had a busy day today. All right, hold on. Let me remember what the Who Would Win is. I know. Okay, I got the one. Oh, this is a good one. All right, the Who Would Win of the week this week is the Karate Kid versus Zero from Holes. A battle. Now, here's the thing. The Karate Kid, obviously, he's trained by Mr. Miyagi. He knows karate and stuff. But the fact is, Daniel LaRusso is kind of a loser.
Shitty haircut, first and foremost.
Yeah, that's true, but you can't.
That's
you can't
one of things to point out.
You can't blame him for that, though.
Yes, I can.
I don't think so. It's the era. It's like, him moving and things. The kid's got a lot going on in his life, but that doesn't diminish my point, which is that he is pretty much a loser, even though he ends up beating Johnny at the end.
Johnny Horsecock.
Yeah, even though he ends up beating Johnny Horsecock at the end. Daniel LaRusso, he just doesn't. That's a weird. He's a weird protagonist because.
How old is he?
I don't know.
Because there's parts of that movie where I envision him as a child, and there's other parts like in that last fight scene, he looks like a grown man.
Well, that's a metaphor because he's grown up so much, right before our very eyes.
Shut up.
In the course of 90 minutes.
Here's the thing about Zero from Holes. I mean, listen, their upbringing both difficult to an extent.
Mm-hmm. Zero, definitely more so if he ends up at that camp, at the Holes camp.
Well, yeah, but the reason he ends up at the Holes camp, he steals. Well, no spoilers on Holes, but he ultimately steals a pair of shoes that land him there. Mm-hmm. Well, that's not what lands him there, right? He gets in trouble for something else because he throws.
Yeah, because he throws the shoes, and that's what gets Stanley ailments.
Yeah. But here's the thing about.
Sorry, I think he goes there because his mom just abandoned him and he stole food or something.
But then
something like that.
But then his mom
he's
comes
on his
back
own.
when he's there at the end.
They find his mom because he doesn't know where his mom is. And then with the money that they get from the treasure, they hire a private investigator and they track down Zero's mom. But there is
something. She just is a good person all of a sudden and comes back into his life?
There's an
something
explanation,
like that.
I think, for how they got separated or something.
Ellis Island.
I will. So here's the thing. One, guy digs holes.
Dig it up.
So that guy's learning, wax on, wax off is one thing, but he's in the trenches, all right? Two, when he does decide to escape, he survives for days under a boat with nothing but splooge. First of all, can we talk about the fact that drink in Holes, those peaches, is called splooge?
Yeah, that's funny.
Did we not raise red flags right there? Like, hey, maybe Hollywood is corrupting child actors, they're making them drink splooge on camera?
Matthew, they were just having a freak off, dude. He and Stanley Ellis were under that boat just having a freak off. Is that what it was actually
called, or is that my memory? Look it up.
Sploosh.
Sploosh. That's I don't know. That sounds like splooge. That sounds like
splooge. They were drinking splooge.
It's just a couple of kids.
That's like my
drinking
only,
splooge.
That movie.
I don't see it. Maybe my brain doesn't work that way.
Pun intended. There's no holes in that movie. Okay, that movie is perfect from top to bottom. Except for the fact that they decide to call that drink splooge.
Yeah.
That just seems weird to me. And it's like peaches. They never talk about what it's canned peaches.
But they're like super old preserved, so they're all like gushy and mushy and stuff. And sploogey.
And dude, he stands up to those fucking venomous fuckers.
Those lizards,
what I'm talking about?
the yellow
he doesn't
lizards.
Care about those lizards that are super poisonous.
Zero's hard. Zero's ice cold.
He does fuck himself up, and Yelnats has to carry him up to God's thumb, but then they find the onions, and they're just...
And that's the way it was always meant to be, though.
Crunching on onions.
Because Zero is the descendant of Madame Zeroni.
Yes.
Who put the gypsy curse on Stanley Ellis. This movie is so good.
Yeah, no, again, and it all adds up. Except for Zero's mom thing, I need to look into that. Why did she abandon the poor child?
Investigation.
But Zero doesn't go down. The kid's a fighter. The kid's a fighter. He runs away. He sticks up to that guy who I fucking hate that guy. Obviously that's the point. I hate the woman that runs the camp. I hate the camp like leader guy, like the kids leader guy, like who kind of is like a bitch. You know what I'm talking about?
Timothy Blake Nelson
With the weird
or
face.
Nelson Blake. Yeah, no, it's Blake Nelson.
Is that the guy with you're thinking of the same guy, the skinny guy?
Yeah,
the guy that
not
gets
Mr.
arrested.
Sir, not Mr. Sir.
Mr. Sir is the guy who gets arrested at the end.
I think they all get arrested.
Well, yeah,
but Mr.
he
Sir is
was
the one who's
wanted.
like his name is Leslie or something.
Yeah,
or Susan.
that guy.
Yeah,
Dude, he makes me so mad. Not for how he acts or anything like that. The way he speaks does piss me off too. Not in what he's saying, just the way he talks in general. But his appearance. It's a strictly appearance thing. Like, he's just not put together. He's got, like, gingery, dying off hair. His shirt's, like, half tucked in. He looks like he doesn't shower. He's always sweaty. I know they're at this camp where it never rains and it's hot. That's the whole point. But, like, he just looks like I hate him.
well,
He could be.
maybe you should be a little more curious about why he looks that way, man.
Well, so it's funny you say that. I was, and it turns out that he's actually a convicted felon that's been on the run, and he goes to jail. So I feel that way for a reason.
Okay, there we go. But I think if I can sum this whole fight up, it's that Daniel LaRusso, despite learning karate, is still like a punk kind of loser, and Zero is smart despite not being able to read. He's a smart kid. He's wise beyond his years, and he never backs down. He never gives up. He doesn't take any shit. And Daniel LaRusso, despite winning that karate tournament, the kid still seems to lack conviction to me.
No, I see. Here's the thing. I actually think that the Karate Kid comes a long way. Like, he's got the stones. He'll stand in there. I think in the times where he does never back down, also, I'm pretty sure is just the Karate Kid in modern day. But so I'm actually basing this off of if the Karate Kid was never back down, because that's more fresh in my brain.
Okay, doesn't make any sense, but go ahead.
What's his name? Daniel LaRusso?
Yeah.
I feel like he doesn't, once he's, training, he gets in that zone where he's not running from, like, fights and stuff like that because he's afraid. He does it because that's what he's supposed to do. He's not supposed to fight outside the gym.
Yeah.
You know? Here's what I will say, though. He's got, they take a whack at his knee. He's
They
banged
just
up,
with the
right?
leg.
And he gets up, and he still is able to do the crane, right? And he fights through that. Here's what I've always thought, though. Thank God the crane lands, because if the crane doesn't land, he's done.
Yeah.
He gave it everything on that last move. Here's the thing. If, let's say, and Daniel would never do this, but let's say he sweeps the leg and Zero's got a bum knee, right? And Zero fights his way up, and Daniel Russo in this case also has a bad knee. They both have bad knee. They both sweep each other's legs, and like Zero's standing there like hobbling, and Daniel Russo cranes him and connects, and he's like, "Oh, like I did it one." I think Zero would still get up. Guy's a fighter. Like, I think he would get up, one leg, no face, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, he would still fight through. And Daniel Russo used everything he had left on that crane. And I don't think he would have had another. I don't think he has another gear to do it, because at the end of the day, like, I don't think he's willing to die for it. Like, he's gonna win with humility, lose with humility. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he faces an opponent that's better than him, he knows it's gonna happen. That's not the cloth that Zero is cut from. Zero is like, dude, I ended up in a pretty much child prison for stealing food because I needed to eat. Like, I'm out here fighting for my life every day. He's got that dog in him.
Zero is a survivor.
Yes.
Zero's a survivor.
Yeah.
And Daniel LaRusso is a fighter. So you got a fighter versus a survivor. I'm still
Daniel
picking
Russo's
Zero.
Not a fighter. Zero's a fighter.
All right, fair enough.
Daniel Russo's a survivor.
What?
Fighter outlasts survivor.
Okay, man.
In this case, no,
If
I
you
need
say
another
so,
word. I
could
need a
see
third
it.
word.
I guess
No,
it all depends.
I'm removing survivor. Fighter.
I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up.
Who
sings that song? Christina Aguilera?
I don't know.
I'm a survivor.
Never heard that part of it.
You never listened to
I'm
my
taking
cover
Zero.
version. I'm taking Zero too. And I like the Karate Kid movies, but Daniel LaRusso just, like, he doesn't have that thing. He just doesn't have that it factor for me.
Does sweep the leg though, and 2 points earned right away for being in like the cutoff karate headband get up in this
He
fight.
doesn't have the cutoffs though.
I thought in the final fight he had the cutoff.
No, you're thinking of Cobra Kai, man. That's a Cobra
I watched
Kai
the movie
uniform.
like Barney Stinson.
Yeah.
Clean sweep for 0. Vote on that on Instagram on Friday. Who would win of the week? 0 from Holes versus Daniel from the Karate Kid.
The Karate Kid. The Karate Kid.
Yeah, I'm curious. I feel like I think 0 has the fan vote, but I think people with integrity will probably lean towards the Karate Kid without doing much thinking. Like to be like, dude, he's the Karate Kid
Because he's got karate in his name.
Yeah.
Could go either way. I mean, I wouldn't be mad depending on either one, but I really do think 0 like earns the win.
He's a
in this
fighter
fight.
survivor.
Yeah, he's a fighter survivor.
Yeah.
And Daniel LaRusso's a survivor fighter. And
No.
that's the who would win in the week. Oh boy.
Flip it and reverse it.
Put that thing down, flip it and reverse it. Okay, whatever you say.
0 is a survivor fighter. No. What'd you say? 0 is a fighter survivor?
So, yeah, something like that.
I think 0 is a fighter survivor. Daniel Limoncello is a
That's racist.
survivor fighter.
That's Italian racist. Italian racist. Which is just called an Italian, by the way. Zing, take that. But yeah, I'm taking 0 too.
I already did the whole vote on that thing. So
Whatever. Vote on that thing. You gotta.
Have you seen her podcast? I haven't, but I just can't imagine it's that good.
I don't know, man. I'm rooting for her. You
No,
know,
I'm not
best of luck.
against her. You know what? I don't know if it was. I didn't watch the clip, but I saw a clip as I was scrolling past it, and there's somebody else on the show. Is that her friend who was with her in the interview?
I don't know, but I think
guest?
it's one of her. I think one of her friends does do the podcast with her.
Because
I
that
don't
girl to me did not look like she was going to be doing the show well.
Well, far be it from us to judge.
Yeah, our show. Yeah, we don't do. There's only one person I would say does it well.
Goddamn right, and he knows who he is.
Yeah. Our problem is we have a second floor office. We should have a basement.
We should have a basement office. We're moving.
People
to the
always
basement.
think you got to go up.
No. The way to success,
Down.
and you know who knows that? 0.
Yeah, because my boy Diggs. Shout out. That's all I got. You got anything else for me? Light traffic near us.
No, I just talking about like the podcast dynamic. Have you ever seen the movie Rain Man?
No, but I also was listening to. I might have been the Yak again, and they were saying like back in the day, like before they really knew about like autism and stuff like that, they were just calling people Rain Man. Like they would be like, he's like Rain Man.
Yeah, because that movie, they obviously like don't get everything right in that, but it was one of the first movies to be like, we're trying to show like the deal with with autism and stuff. But I rewatched it recently, and it's awesome. It's really good. Dustin Hoffman, who plays Rain Man, won an Oscar for it. And on a rewatch, I'm like, if I was like, oh, this is like Matthew and I, like I'm Rain Man. I'm like, because you're walking around, you're like, I gotta sell these Lamborghinis, which is like Tom Cruise's whole deal or whatever.
He sells Lambos.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, I gotta sell these nice cars, and I got all, I'm doing this and that, and I'm just like. Yeah, I gotta watch Wapner. Like, I'm just counting toothpicks and stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe in that sense.
I'm an excellent driver.
Maybe in that sense. But if we were to look at like tendencies, other behaviors, I think the roles begin to reverse at some. There's a clouded line.
It's a thin line
We've got a
between
50-50
man
split,
and Rain
brother.
Man. And that's
if one of us would have got 100. But
who knows where we'd be?
Yeah.
To the moon, baby. To the second moon.
To me, this is going to be a crazy comment. To me, Rain Man and Good Will Hunting, same movie.
I mean, so different, dude. You should
No,
watch
I know,
Rain
but
Man.
like
It's
that's
really
just how
good.
I think of.
Yeah, you think incorrectly.
Yeah.
Just
like because all I
nonsense
actually,
thoughts.
I know Rain Man, smart guy.
Yeah. There's more to it. You should watch
Will
that
Hunting,
movie,
smart
actually.
guy.
It's so good. Yeah, it's a movie about a smart guy.
Yeah.
Theory of Everything. That's the same movie. Why would I watch that? Oppenheimer. That's the same movie. Why would I watch
What's
that?
the
Beautiful Mind. That's the same movie.
Ingenious game or Ingenious Code. What's it called? The movie about the guy that cracks the code.
Yeah, Betty Cumberbatch. Emily's pulling out the mic. Hold on. I got it. Imitation Game.
Correct.
The Imitation Game Code.
Banger.
Great
All right.
movie.
I'll take other Benedict Cumberbatch movies for $400, please.
What do you got?
Uh,
Here, let me give you a clue.
You gonna look up a Benny movie?
Yeah, and then I gotta go.
I know what it is.
Dick
Star Trek Into Darkness.
Cumberbatch?
Yeah. Grinch. The animated Grinch movie.
What the fuck kind of name is Benedict
1917.
Cumberbatch?
He's British as hell. Look at him. You can tell somebody's British when they look like they have AIDS. I don't know how they know who has AIDS in
All right.
England. The whole
That would
country
be an easy
has
one.
it.
But this is the only, I don't know a lot of. So my clue would be, or my Jeopardy clue would be this 2021 action picture starred
Benedict Cumberbatch.
No, starred British acting phenomenon Tom Holland.
I don't know. Avengers?
Come on.
What?
You don't know this one? This was the easiest one I could find.
What is it?
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh, okay. Well, I said Avengers.
It's not the Avengers.
Yeah, but to me, that's the same movie.
Avengers Endgame came out in 2019, and I know you know that, which is how I know you didn't take that segment seriously, because I said the movie came out in 2021. Fuck you, Andrew. I love you.
All right. I love you too. Let's get out of here. Thanks, folks.